Ladies and gentlemen, this is resolution 4 of 652 for the evening. This is the first time I do want to say that I've started a dinner where there was an announcement about a beautiful partnership on an effluence contract. You know, I'll just say, you know, these resolutions say whereas, therefore be it resolved. But let's add some detail behind this. For those of us who grew up in this area, who have had the opportunity and the pleasure to serve as public servants through fires, floods, droughts, pandemics, housing, homelessness, societal strife, all of this beautiful mess that is our home. It's a pleasure to be with you and be with long-standing partners who see a past, present, and a future here. And so as a kid whose dad drove him up to see the sign at Mercury over by Geyserville, the long-lost community of quicksilver mining in these areas, as a kid who then grew up, and when we were in high school, we started to hear these ads on the radios, the battle between the pipeline versus the people who say you're going to wait, you can't take my poop and spray it all over those mountains. And then to realize that when we're in the middle of a drought, all those people want their effluent back and not sending up into the hills. We're like, we've already contracted for our to go there, so that this is a renewable bioresource. And then to be up here in the days following the fires, having spent time with each and every of you, and I was with Supervisor Paiska and her colleagues, other supervisors at the 10-year anniversary recently of the Valley Fire. And today is the 8-year anniversary of the Tubbs Fire, where 2 years after that, we were decimated as well, and this facility lost half of its production. And to work, just to grind and to figure out ways to make sure that we were not a part of the problem of rebuild as much as anything. First of all, where's Danielle Matthews? That's somebody who hasn't stood up yet tonight. I'll just stop for a second and say, community engagement is not just about getting out and engaging community. It's about building trust and partnerships and getting people out onto the ground so that when the time that something happens, that crisis hits, or that there's a big issue, or something that seems esoteric and small, but it gets wrapped around an axle, is that you have absolute trust between industry and governance. And that is powerful. So thank you for that relationship, not the job, not that, but as we all say, the magic in most job descriptions is the dreaded duties as otherwise assigned. So I'll stop and just say, it's been a blessing to do this, and then in this past year, working with these amazing colleagues, I had the chance to be the president of the National Association of Counties. I traveled to Utah and saw the enhanced geothermal systems projects. We have a geozone out here. It's in partnership with Geysers and others. We've seen that outside in other areas, they're building up these enhanced systems. They're also at the same time. Our next part of one of our energy trips is we went out to Tennessee, where the Tennessee Valley Authority was created, and we saw the advent of these small modular units of nuclear reactors at 500, 1 gigabyte, 1.5. Google and others already locking in long-term contracts, data centers. The fight for the future right now, as much as it could be scary for many, is that energy is in higher demand. So renewable energy, other alternatives, baseline loading and all of this stuff. We're fueling in a crazy way this arms race for AI. Let's be very real. These contracts are going out. The ability of partnerships like this to be locally relevant and connected with community and with TLC and the amazing Clear Lake Environmental Research Alliance. This is just the magic in this world. So just thank you for the opportunity to be here with you, to be present with you, and to honor your work. Onward and upward. Here's to what's next. The resolutions will continue until morale improves.